Here I am once again, and I am gonna be, just for a second here at the start, I'm gonna be copying the links and such to my stream so that people can go ahead and come watch. Okay, now I click public. Now I get the link. Yay!
Jaden's is personal.
That's my voice. Wrong video. Come on, where's my live stream? Where is it? Content live? I suppose it's here then. But you may be surprised to find me streaming once again. Well, the thing is, I'm really excited to finish this. And I find that streams really help with making me get to work. So yes, I am streaming again, and let me tell the patrons I'm streaming again. Yay! Okay, copy that, and let's go. Okay. I'm streaming again. Yay! Yay! Okay, link there. Do it work? Yes, it do. Okay. And let us post it here as well. Alright. Let's get to work. Close out some of these tabs. Okay. Now, to get on to it, I'm not sure how many people would be interested in watching on a random Tuesday, but as I said, I am like pretty excited to continue this, and I do feel like if I, streaming myself work on this makes me focused, I guess I'll say. But we're starting off here with the line art. I took some time off stream to prepare the files a bit. So currently this is only shot 1 in this file, and if we do get to the other shots, then that's when I'll open those up, because I decided after looking at it, I was like, I kind of want this to be a little higher quality than it is right now, so I decided to make the canvas a little bigger, which, makes the makes it kind of chug with the bigger files. So we're just gonna have only one shot per file, at least for the line art and coloring and everything. Welcome! Yay! I was saying, for just in case, like, I'm not sure how many people are going to be randomly watching this on a Tuesday, but I just really wanted to get to work again, because the last streams I did were both on the weekend, so who knows. But I finished my work, so I wanted to get to work on this. VTuber trivia, yeah. That's right. Welcome. Glad to see you. You are seeing me work on a certain animation meme that I've been working on the past few streams. I don't know how far I'm gonna get today. Hopefully I get far enough to like finish the first shot. I guess that might be a little wishful thinking. But you know, it would be nice. But I'm excited to have you. How are you today? Lose focus on a lot while drawing alone, but I don't know if I have it in me to stream my art. Oh, yeah. Yeah, often, when, I'm not, like, super, like... If I'm not being paid, I guess, for certain things, then I tend to get distracted often with social media because I'm like checking my accounts and making sure I have stuff posted in certain places. And you know, like responding to any comments I get, stuff like that. But for this, like, I kind of want to be focused since it's kind of a big-ish animation project. I wanted to make sure I'm working on it, considering it's an animation meme that only just kind of recently came out, so I want to get this done as soon as possible. So what is the meme? It's called 2DWorld. Gotta pay him or he isn't interesting. No, I love drawing. It's just I tend to finish things fast, so I'm like, well, I don't need to go fast on this. I can take a little break and scroll around on YouTube. But I do admit, I do work harder when I'm being paid. That does explain the title. Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It is in the title. But yeah, it's an animation meme that semi-recently came out. Like, it came out a couple of weeks ago. And hopefully I'll finish this while it's still kind of trending. We'll see. But yeah, obviously you can see that Jaden is starring in this one. I just thought it really suited her. If you want to see what I'm taking inspiration from, 1 second. You can go look at 2DWorld animation meme by Jumbo Art. the camera, the way it's understanding what I'm doing with my head is kind of funny. I didn't have this turned on last streams, so it looks like I'm just looking all around sometimes. Well, today I have I've done some Ruby drawing. I drew Salem actually today. And then earlier I cooked sweet potato fries, which I love. I will say though, chopping sweet potatoes is not fun. Sweet potatoes are so solid. I did air fryer. I enjoy a good sweet potato fry, yeah. Sweet potato fries with paprika. But yeah, making them homemade is kind of painful, to be honest. Like, I love them, and it's healthier to make them homemade. It's just so difficult to chop them. It hurts my little hands. Wonder if you meant frozen or did it yourself? Yeah, I did it myself. Oh. I only cooked half the sweet potato, actually. The funny thing is, so when I was cooking them, when I was prepping it, you know, I had it in a water bath for half an hour. But while I was chopping them, I had like different pieces of, I had to cut them into 4, basically. I had to cut the sweet potato into 4ths because it was so large I could not make the long type of fries, which was sad. I like long fries, but I had to chop it into 4ths, and so I put it in the bowl. But then, you know, I took each 4th out to chop those into the fries, and I just put them back in the same bowl. But apparently, I completely missed that I didn't do all 4. Because all the fries were like sitting on top of the last 4th, and I was just, you know, I wasn't really thinking or like paying attention to how much I had chopped because it was a lot and it was hard work. So I was doing that, and I put it in the water bath for half an hour, and when I went back to like check it, I started to, you know, take half of the fries out so that I could cook them. And I realized that, you know, there was still 1/4 that I didn't chop yet, which I guess I'll do that tomorrow. It was just funny to me. What did we say about taking care of your hands? You know, that is something. I almost like had an accident with the knife. I will say that. It was a little bit. I was like, oh God. Pay attention to where you're putting your fingers. But it was my left hand, so if anything had happened, it, you know, would have been not fine, but it would not have been as bad if it had like happened in my right hand. Okay. Trivia likes them long, he said. Yes, that's what I said. I like the long fries. I don't understand what you're trying to say. We switching the frozen? Yeah, no. The fresh is more healthy. Okay, that one's done. Should I probably should do the color lines just so I don't get lazy. And dangerous, apparently. Yeah, well, you gotta work for it, I guess. I am, like, getting hungry again because I did that, like, 6 hours ago or so. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna stream. I wanted to stream at this time. And then when the stream is over, I'll cook some eggs. That's what I decided on. Although I could go for the quick meal with the yogurt. Gotta make sure that knife is sharp, though. It'll make it easier. Yeah, that's true. I don't think we have a knife sharpener thingy. But, you know, luckily, because the knife wasn't so sharp, I didn't hurt myself earlier. I vote eggs for dinner, you know? It's like, why not? Because I could cook extra so that I have it for breakfast tomorrow. Because I have a vote in this, obviously. Well, yeah, you're watching my stream, so, you know, it counts. You have a say in what I eat, I guess. Unless you say something horrible. But, you know, of the options that I give, then yeah, I will make eggs. Cooking stream next. Haha, no. I get banned for having a cooking accident on stream. What kind of eggs, though? Okay, so I like to make my eggs. Basically what I do is before, you know, putting them in the pan, I mix them with cottage cheese and then also sriracha. And then after the eggs are like basically done, then I add spinach and as well as sometimes if I have it, then I'll also add canned tuna. That's what I like to do. Cottage cheese, I'm out. No, I get it. I don't love cottage cheese. But it's good for you, and it adds protein, and it also beefs up the eggs. So it's like... It's a good option for me. Sounds like you do. Well, that's the thing is, I don't love eggs either. But they're good for you, so I make them and I eat them. I don't hate eggs, though, I will say. Since I've been cooking them a lot, they've grown on me. Like, I was thinking about, before I started streaming, I was like, yeah, I am looking forward to those eggs. You know, my other handle isn't just a name. You're a bit of a chef. Whoa, what? What do you make? Like, what's your specialty or, like, your favorite thing to make? I've never known this. You cook like 4 to 5 times a week? Yo. I do meal prep kinda, where I cook my stuff, but bigger, and then I just keep it. Cause I do have energy to cook. I like doing it, but I don't want to be doing it like every day. Although technically I am doing it twice today. Yeah, now I'm a little self-conscious. I'm like, did I say anything embarrassing about my cooking? The way I cook? He keeps saying he likes him. Stop! You can't be saying this. We're on YouTube. Okay. Well. Oh, I forgot the hair shine. There. Rotation dishes, usually Asian pork bowls, chili, some Mexican chicken dishes, tacos, stir fries. That all sounds real good. I also I have like a few things that I rotate in between. One of them being the eggs. And then, what did I make? Oh yeah, it was tofu. I had tofu earlier this week, which I make tofu and veggies. And then, I also do ground turkey and veggies. A lot of veggies. Gotta add some butter with those eggs. No, butter's not good. I use avocado oil. I gotta use the healthy option. Or else. Was gonna recommend tofu since you apparently need protein. Yeah. Yep, I like to cook up the tofu with the veggies. I will say, my first attempt at making tofu did not go so well. My first attempt was in the air fryer. Oh. Clip Studio almost died just then. But yeah. First attempt was in the air fryer. Did not like how that came out. But I bought them again so that I would try another way to cook them. I should say. Watch out for those veggies and the virus thing going on. I know. The thing is, yeah, my friend told me about that, and I was like, no, veggies is most of my diet. But so I looked it up, and apparently frozen veggies are fine, and I'm not certain cooked veggies are fine, but from what I saw, so that was a good sign, because over half of the veggies I eat are frozen veggies. They're for steaming. And then I like to cook my spinach with with my eggs and basically everything. Spinach is one of my favorites. But yeah, so like from what I saw, it looked like I was good. I could be wrong though. Don't take my word for it. A little bit of butter ain't gonna unalive you. I know, but I'm trying to make the better choices. When I have the bad choices, that's when I get that's when I order food, which I also haven't been doing very much lately. But on special occasions, I do. Shribbit, low-key Popeye with the spinach, and you're right. I even have the horrible Popeye arms. Definitely. Following the medical advice of my VTuber, thank you very much. Yeah, as you should. But yeah, from what I looked up, it looked like the kinds of veggies that I like to eat, in the ways that I like to eat them, are fine. Although I do have a bag of carrots that, I like to eat carrots fresh. But most of them are gone, and I haven't gotten sick yet, so they're probably fine. Second frame. Yay! Oh yeah. I forgot I wanted to fill these in. Carrots, Tribbit, a bunny boy, confirmed. That's what I'm saying. I do love carrots. Oh man. Carrots and guacamole. So good. Hello, Pilot. Welcome. Guac and carrots? Yeah, it's good. It's so good. You can't keep judging me for my food choices. You said that I didn't say anything embarrassing. You told me. But yes, hello, Pilot. Welcome to my animation stream. It's so good to see you. How are you? It's not embarrassing, it's just wrong. You can't be saying this. I'll get embarrassed. Good, it's awesome to see you work. Yay, I'm glad that you think so. I forgot the mouth part. Oh my gosh. There. He's always working. This is true. But I think Pilot meant to see it. Okay. And now the eyes. Go cook myself some penne pasta. Ooh. Enjoy. And then I don't think I've caught one of your streams in a long time. Yeah, well, the thing is, I haven't streamed in a long time, except for the ones that I just recently did. I've been like kind of on a streaming kick in the past week because I've really been wanting to work on this project, and streaming makes me work. So, well, it makes me focus. So that's what I've been doing. Yum pasta. Work until chat distracts you. Yes. Yes, exactly. Should I just, boop. That'll make things faster. How has your projects been going, Pilot? Webcomic has been okay. It's been on hiatus for over a year. Oh no. Have you been able to do anything in the meantime, or are you relaxing for now? I wish someone would publish their webcomic. I don't know what you're talking about. You mean the one I don't want to work on because I don't like how it's coming out? Just drawing for fun. It's been a nice change of pace. And you know what? That's good. You gotta draw for yourself sometimes. Could be anyone. Yeah, it could be anyone. Anyone who has a handful of webcomics that they started and either get distracted by work or other things, or for a certain webcomic that they worked on, they're like, nah, I hate my world building. I hate my magic world. I hate it. I hate it. And it should be shared. Well, I appreciate this. I do, actually. I do appreciate the interest. I have been trying to think of what project to work on lately, like what bigger project to work on lately, but it's hard. It's hard to decide because I have a million things that I want to do. And mostly people know me for Magical Girl School and Jane Unshaken. So when I do post like new projects, I'm not sure like how interesting or like how interested people would be. Don't know till you do it though. Yeah. I suppose this is true. Don't know the reaction until I do it. Well, thank you for being interested. I was actually just sharing in one of the previous streams a character lineup that I've been working on. It's redesigns of some very old characters who were all bunnies, and I was like, at one point, well, at many points in the past, I'm like, no, they can't be all bunnies, so I like try to make them elves or humans and such, but I'm always like, no, I'm not satisfied. So I'm just like, well, what if their world is just all bunnies? What if I just keep the idea of the original? So I've been working on that character lineup. And it has world lore. I was sharing that in one of the last streams too. It has some world lore, but it doesn't have a story, so... Oops. Okay, and now the shading lines. So it's a slice of life. That does tend to be like my specialty. It's just the thing is I do really like magic and powers and stuff. So I wouldn't want to take those away fully. Like all the characters in the bunny world, they all have powers, so... But yeah, I don't know what I would do with that project. I've just been redesigning them for like, I guess no reason. Then I have my Maid Cafe comic, which has a good few chapters done, but I haven't worked on it in years. Because it makes you happy. Yeah, it does make me happy. It does make me happy to make stuff. But I gotta get on making something bigger. I like having a bigger project to work on. Even if I have anxiety about sharing it, I like the actual act of working on it. Don't even know if I'm aware of this Maid Cafe. I've seen the art of one OC, but that's it. Yeah, so it's called Rainbow Cafe. I actually have a speed paint on here somewhere. It was like maybe 2 or 3 years old of a speed paint where I redrew the Maid Cafe characters in one of the old drawings from the original comic I made. like over 10 years ago. But yeah, main character, she has like pink pigtails. That one is a slice of life. There's no magic in that one. So you're saying it's time for a redraw? Well, not again. I already redrew this from the 10 plus years ago. More like 15 years ago. I could go get the old version right now. Yeah. Oh no, no I can't. I'm not gonna share that right now. You were a wee ribbit at that point. That's true. That's right. I wasn't even ribbiting yet, is the thing. A tadpole, if you will. This is true. Okay. Now to color it in. The big eyelashes are always so appealing to me for Jaden. Yay! I'm glad. Let me... You know what? I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. No more coloring it. Unless I find I have to. Do you estimate how long projects like this will take you? So I don't tend to estimate. It's more like once I, you know, kind of start a project. Well, I guess it's estimation. I'll start a project and then I'll be like, am I going to do line art for this? Am I going to only do sketches? That will determine if it'll take a long time, but I can never tell exactly how long something like this is going to take, really. Like, so far, we have worked on this for 7 or 8 hours now. So I really don't know. I have no idea. You know, the whole thing might, like, the whole video might end up taking 20 hours. Who knows? Oh, that's a long time. Might even take longer. I don't know. I ended up doing a lot of frames, so, I only have myself to blame. How long do you think it's taken you to be this comfortable with animation? Well... So, I've been animating since I was about 11. And I've been posting animations online since I was 13. I was animating, like, videos before that as well. Like, when I was 12, I'm pretty sure I made, like, a good few video parodies at the time. Mostly of, like, oh, I don't know what it's called. Iossys. IOSYS. I did Marisa Stole the Precious Thing. And I did, oh, what's the other thing I did? Overdrive. I did Overdrive. That's pretty insane. A child on the internet at 13 thing. Yeah. Yep. I was animating and posting videos back then. And no one has ever been able to find it. And I remember almost all of that. Well, you might... Did I know you before? I can't... I must have. It must have been one of my old accounts, I feel like. Oh, gosh. Well, no one's ever pointed it out. I definitely was a fan of you for a long time. And I made that speed paint of your OC way back then too, but I can't remember if that was on my actual first YouTube account or if that was on my second. Leak the old content. I mean, I have shared some of the old content. The humble beginnings, yes. I feel like I saw your work in maybe 2009 or 2010, but I don't think we started talking until around 2013. Yeah, we didn't start talking a lot until 2013. Like, I do remember specifically having a conversation with you back when I was making my first fanime, which now I'm like, oh, I think I did know you back in that original account, because I made my first fanime, but the thing was, I was in development, like, trying to decide on an idea, and I was enjoying yours a lot, of course. And so we had talked in the YouTube DMs, which they had at the time. We had a conversation specifically about how we were we were having a conversation specifically about how like there's too much magical girl fanime and we're gonna be different. And then I made a magical girl fanime, and I'm not talking about Magical Girl School. I'm talking about my original fanime that I actually had like an episode part to. Yeah, it was I still laugh about that because I'm like, yeah, we were talking all this stuff about how it's like, oh, we're not gonna do a magical girl fanime like everybody else, and then I did, and then I did it, and then I made a bigger one later. Obviously, I finished that one, but it's just really funny to me when I think back on it. I specifically remember that conversation too. I always have, because I just always thought it was so funny that I went back on what I said. At the time I was doing a mystery series, but like it was specifically called Mysterious Amiss. You probably remember, I mean you might remember that title. But yeah. So OMG YouTube DMs, yeah. Welcome Alexandra. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming to another animation stream. And welcome, Zipki. I've been watching your stuff for way too long. And I think I remember that conversation. Yeah. I just specifically remember it because I made a fool of myself, in saying that I wouldn't make a magical girl fanime, and then I did. And also I really looked up to you, so I was very excited about the conversation. But yeah. That was a good laugh. I'm still smiling. It's okay, we were like 13. Yeah. We were both about 13. I haven't watched their stuff enough. Who, me? I'm assuming me. Yeah, you haven't been here since the beginning, but Pilot has. Now that I think of it, Pilot has. I do feel like I drew the fan art on my second YouTube, though. I feel like I didn't draw it on my first one. But there's a possibility I did. Don't look for it. The OG, yeah. But how are the people who just popped in on stream? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to another animation stream. And I know I said that I wasn't sure if I would continue to stream this, but I was getting impatient and I was really excited. I just wanted to work on it again. You drew me so many pictures of my OCs, I think you even drew yourself as a FA #1 fan. I must have done that like after 24, like around the time of 2014. That's probably when I did that. Sorry for being embarrassing. Oh, goodness. Because, like, I know I definitely, once we actually, like, started becoming actually friends, after 2014, that's definitely, I drew a lot more fan art after that. What a fanboy, I would never. Yeah. I don't know what you mean. I would never. Except, I still would, probably. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be like, I'm a normal person. I'm not going to obsess. I'm not going to draw someone's OCs a million times. Like, if you guys saw my recent video for Love to Draw Manga, my recent videos,
I'm trying to hold myself back from making more. Somebody in the comments, a couple of people suggested to do more of like specific scenes, and I'm like, don't tempt me. I don't want to creep her out. I don't want to make too much and be like, yes, I've made you more fan art. Look at me. And then she's like, okay, I must avoid Shribbit. Shribbit is weird and does too much. Check his work in progresses. Check him. What are you trying to look for? I don't think I have a future agent's work in progress. Not right now. And I don't have another love to draw manga work in progress. Not right now. I have a lot of other work in progresses though. So, yeah, but that's my content. I'm allowed to have a million drawings of my own OCs. And fan art for official content is also allowed. Because I'm not obsessing over a specific person. It's just the content in general. How's people's weeks going? Last week was very busy for me. And then, starting the end of next week, I'll be very busy again. So I gotta get this done while I can. What did you have last week? What do you have coming up? Okay, so last week, well, it was basically the week before last week, but then I was sad after it was over. I had a visitor come visit me the week before last, and then the week after next will be another visitor coming to see me. Yippee! Having fun. Hello, Juicy. Welcome again. Thank you for coming to another animation stream. How are you today? He's so popular. Well, it just happens that it just happened to happen at the same time of year. These plans were made long ago. Welcome, Lotus. Thank you for coming to another animation stream. You've been well, that's good. How's it going so far? Well, I'm on the 3rd frame, which I think I'm going so slow because I'm making sure to do all the shading lines and everything. And also the file is a bit convoluted. because of all the different layers. Uploaded a video talking about some behind the scenes stuff for what's the progress for an episode of my series. Ooh, that's fun. I don't know how you even keep order with that many layers. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess right now. Okay. And now for the 4th frame. I am excited to finish this. I'm very excited to finish this. But I do wonder what I should prioritize working on next, because I do have a lot of work in progresses for new videos I want to make. I should get to work on making speed paint videos, because people tend to enjoy those more than the animations themselves. So I gotta get to doing that. I'm actually very behind on doing that for some of my stuff. I have like maybe 3 or 4 videos of speed paints I need to finish. Like specifically the speed paints. I think most of the videos are out for those. And then I gotta make this into a speed paint eventually. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do like kind of a mix between stream highlights and like speeding through the rest of it. I would say flip a coin to decide your fate, but it does seem like you have more than 2 options. Yes, this is true. I flip a, like, 10-sided coin. There's one that I feel like I should try to get to working on. I mean, there's a couple. Oh, there's so many, actually. I'm, like, remembering so many as I'm trying to think. I've got a Jaden Unshaken one. I have some of my like D&D characters. A video for them that's in work in progress. One of them is in like part of an anime opening. I can't remember the full title of the anime. I think it's Azoken something something. But it's that fun little part in the opening with the characters doing little poses. And I've been wanting to do that for Jaden and her friends. And I do have a work in progress for it, but we'll see when I decide to do that. recently I've been talking a lot with my friend about certain stock websites where they have like stock music and sound effects and everything. And the thing about me and making content is that I hate having to like work with audio, and also like I have a lot of trouble finding stuff. But hopefully with the help of these websites, I'll be able to find stuff to use. But the thing is, it's like these are kind of like, for me using these, it's for like a bigger project, like for an episode of something, and I'm like, well, in that case, I need to write an episode of something. Please do share. What, the stock websites? I'd have to go look. I don't remember their names off the top of my head. One of them was Pixabay. That's the one I remember. Oh, and it's spelled Pixabay. But yeah, so I've been talking with my friend about that. We've been looking through those recently. It is so tempting to make something. I need somebody else to write it for me or something. Like, write something for me, and then I'll animate it. Because I'm not confident in my writing, but my animation, not so bad. Oh, I knew it was for images, but not for music, but apparently it is too. Yeah, exactly. That's how I actually learned of it, was because of the music. You got some ideas? Well, what's your idea? You gotta write about my OC. I'm just kidding. In order to get my OCs out there, I need someone else to write it. I'm almost tempted to take that offer with but my writing is very silly. Yeah. We have very different vibes. Oh, believe me, it involves Dimey. But you wouldn't want to leave. True. And then you just show me the webcomic that I showed you. The one that I said I don't want to continue. There is reason why I'm on Team Comedy on Artfight, yeah. He's on to me. I knew it. Imagining that as an episode of what I shared? Oh man. I don't even know how it would continue, is the thing. Like, I got the introduction down, but the middle, I don't know. would be awesome. Eh. I cringe. Sort of dabbling into writing some series scenes in my current series, but like, I'm still a goofy goober. Yeah. Yeah. What if one day I just randomly was like, I just randomly posted on a casting call site like, I want voice actors. I want voice actors for my OCs. The thing is, like, I kind of want to do a casting call. First of all, I don't have anything written, but if I did have something written, I would want to do a casting call, but I would want it to be a surprise. I wouldn't want people to be expecting the series if I was making something. So that's another struggle. I don't want people to expect things of me. On Fiverr? True. Except, no. That also feels like a hassle. I use, what was it? Behind the voice actors, because you can do it all in one. If you need a deep voice actor, I know someone. Very nice. You expect it all. Oh. Well, don't expect that much. I can make no promises. If needed, I can help voice. Yeah, see, the thing is, you were saying that in the last couple streams, you were like, I miss voice acting, and I was like, filing that information away. If I ever need a Jissy voice, then I will go ask. The thing is, like, I want to reanimate a scene from something old that I've made. And I would, like, it would feel bad to me to get new voice actors for the project because, you know, the character used to have a different voice actor. But I have no idea how to contact some of these people anymore. So it's like, don't know what to do about that, because I don't want to just recast them, but... It do be like that, Like, I feel like it would be fun to make a new version of an old scene, but I would want to make the audio all new. But I wouldn't want to replace a voice. I wouldn't want to replace a voice actor. But I don't know where to find them. It makes me sad. Okay. Well, that's done. Now I start with the in-betweens. I'm guessing the old days, previous socials are gone. Well, the thing is, some of these old voice actors, we were in contact over email. And I don't think I still have those emails. And I'm not sure if the person who, you know, voiced them still uses that email. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. Hello, Ella. Welcome. Welcome to an animation stream. How are you today? Love your vids? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That does mean a lot to me. Good, that's good. Yeah, I feel like I've been very productive this year on YouTube. I definitely have more things I want to make, like more short videos I want to make. But making a project seems like it would be... I yearn for it. I yearn for the days where I didn't care that my writing was subpar. And I just continued to make stuff anyway. What I should do is I should make like a short series or something. Like not YouTube shorts, but like a series that's only like a couple videos long. That's what I should do. But that would require me writing a short story. I always get out of hand with my writing ideas. Either I get out of hand or like I'm just making like a slice of life that doesn't have any goal to it. I saw in one of the last streams someone recommended Milanote for project stuff. And I wondered, did any of you use it? No, but I've heard good things. I've not used it. Probably should. I just started using Milanote. It's a good way to keep all your ideas, drawings, and concepts, etc. for a project in one place. Makes me curious. think there's a paid version, but the free version is perfectly good. Well, I'm curious about it. I'd have to think of what genre. What project to make. I could make that old again Magical Girl series, but you know, my actual first fanime, I could redo that. I have a video on me redesigning them a couple years ago. I did have ideas for it. I found an app that lets you plan storylines very well, called Story Plotter. Fantasy. Yeah. I feel like I'm not well versed enough in strict fantasy to be able to do something like that. Like, I play D&D all the time, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough about fantasy. Fantasy is whatever you want it to be. This is true. Why it gotta be strict is your world? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, at least for Jade Unshaken's world, hers is like Magitech, basically. Which, I don't know enough about technology, and I don't know enough about fantasy. So, none of it's gonna make any sense if I ever make something out of it, but whatever. Just build your dream world. See, I don't know what that is. My dream world is like Ruby, basically. Oh. A fantasy-esque world with shonen elements, a bit of magic powers, and based on fairy tales. That's my perfect world. But the thing is, like, I am not good at drawing creatures. I'm not good at designing them. I'm not good at drawing them. I wouldn't be good at animating them. So, like, I'm excited for, like, series and stuff that have, like, monsters that they fight. But that's my issue. That's my weakness, is I can't animate a monster. I guess I could practice, but I don't like it. If someone is like, excuse me, sir, that's not actually how electrons work, they can either help or show off. I suppose so. You're right. Current series I have is basically urban fantasy, kinda. Urban fantasy. But it has some elements more common with Mario franchise and magical anime than traditional fantasy. I see. Urban fantasy. Maybe that's kind of what Jaden and Shaken is. Like, they live in a city. My series includes fairies, mermaids, dragons, all those kinds of animals. All those little kids-like animals. But it's a more serious topic and mixed with real-life elements. I don't like that many, like, fantasy creatures, I don't think. Like, I have fairies in one of my worlds, but they're barely there. I just don't tend to use them, I guess. Not just fairies, but like dragons and other stuff. Personally, anyway. You like the bubble weirdos from Genshin. Look, that's because they're funny. They're so funny, silly, and they're cute. They're so funny. They're little blobs. They don't have any specifically, like, animal-esque details to them. They're just literal blobs. And they do little dances. I think that's funny. How do we get your VTuber a blob companion? Well, I couldn't tell ya. I barely can set this up. Okay, another one down. Our friend group does like to play D&D, which is typically fantasy, but we always do homebrew campaigns that are very anime. Yeah. Very anime we are. Welcome, Shark Fins. Thanks for coming to another stream. I guess if blobs are a thing, or slimes, I guess I should opt for those, since I can draw those. But it makes it so limited. You can also add shadow creatures. Yes, so that they wouldn't have any details. Yes. Different faces to make them 1 billion different colors and give them little different hats. Good point. They're just an outline and black on them. Yeah. Those are good suggestions. I should think on this. Shadowy creatures. Ooh, maybe like not completely solid ones too. Like what if these shadows like shift around? Yeah, liking that idea. So shifting around shadows. I would need a name for them. Perhaps the Umbra. I don't have a name, but please give them hats. But that would make a detail that I don't want to. A magical world with horrible shadow creatures. Ooh, and you know what? They could take over people's shadows. That's probably a thing that they could do. Either you take a name that fits them as an idea, or you can have a mystical name that the locals call them fitting to what they do. Yeah, okay. So let's see here. Horrible shadow creatures that get nah. They just they're here and we have to fight them. I don't know. Okay, so I had to look up what Umbra meant, because that was the first word I thought of, and actually it's a pretty good word for this. So perhaps I'll name them Umbra. Perhaps. Maybe someone opened up some kind of portal to them or reactivated an old curse. Do I want a world that is currently panicking on what to do, or do I want a world that has already a system on what to do? The king should be Blobston. Let's see here. So shadow creatures that can be shapeshift basically and take over people's shadows and make them do stuff and be evil like. Seems like a pretty basic world, which is good. You have to protect the blob creatures from the shadows. That's an idea. Very good idea. Yes, that is very good. What are you animating your character to do? So this is an animation meme called 2DWorld. Yeah, it's an animation meme that came out semi-recently. I'm overflowing with ideas right now, I swear. Yeah! I'm loving it. It's helping me out. But if, actually, I should show what I have so far. Let's, do this. Okay. I did that completely the slow way, but whatever. Let's pause the music real quick. Well, that's with the very short audio part. Perhaps we play without it. That's what it is so far. Yeah. That looks so good. Thank you! Thank you so much. Okay, getting back to it. I do feel welcomed already. Yeah, welcome to my. I love it. Thank you. Wait, how are you structuring this? Do you have most of it in separate folders? Yeah, so this is the part that I never talk about in my speed paints because it's hard to like explain it without having it directly in front of me. But basically, yeah, all the line art for like the actual character is on it's in its own folder, and then all the line art for the eyes, actually the eyes are going to be completely like they're going to be colored in the same folder, but currently it's only line art. But yeah, there's that. And then yeah, the blue and red shading lines, those have their own folder as well. And then the coloring and the shading and highlights are each going to have their own folders too. I just personally find that easier for me to, because I like to turn them on and off. So yeah, that's how I do. Oh, where did I put this? Okay. There. That's so smart. Oh, well, thank you, I suppose. It just comes with finding better ways to adjust your workflow for how you personally like to do it. I animate on Procreate. Have you ever tried Procreate? No, sadly. If I ever have, it was like on someone else's iPad. Like, I've been given other people's iPad to like draw before, but I don't know what program it was. Scrolling down notes for when I animate again. Yeah, just do it the way that you figure works best for you. Okay. Next up. I legit don't know what that is, and I'm usually so lost when I animate, so anything that is organizing my stuff better, I will soak up like a sponge. I see. I will be so confused, like, which way I'm animating, like, which way should my character move? What am I doing? Like, how do you do such detailed animation? Well, I have been animating for a very long time, so I'm familiar with the workflow. It helps to color code things. I'll say that. Sitting down and daydream AMVs help with that too. Yeah, definitely. Goodbye. Yeah, thanks for coming, Ella. Well, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. And currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames. 6.5 frames done. Because I'm still working on this one, so. Do you have a Discord server? Sadly. So I have one, but it's like, it's so dead. I guess I could revamp it and like completely redo it and try to revive it, but like, I just don't think I have an audience large enough to keep something like that alive. Not to mention, I would have to like monitor it, and I'm busy animating, you know? It's a nice thought, though. You'd personally love to join. Thank you very much. I wish that I would, but it's like, I just don't see it working for me. Hi, welcome, Smile. Patreon also a good option to join. This is true, but it is like you have to pay, so I mean, most of my stuff can be seen for just the $1, but still. I do update it every day. Love your model? Well, thank you, Lollipop. It's very basic Vroid options. I should honestly remake this. Like, yes, I'm actually currently wearing a pink cardigan, but I should do something that looks better, more fun. I should have my model in like a dress or something. Ooh, you know, I should wear the basic Vroid maid dress. That's what I should do. Like clockwork. Yeah, the updates. Shribbit made, yeah! I just finished Beto's Witch's Revelation quest. She's getting her future read and starts yapping about how her future is with Ningguang. What? What? Is this real? I did Sinos. That is so insane. What? I can't believe that. Gets her future read and talks about Ningguang. That's crazy. Almost done with this frame now. Okay. Well, another in between here. Oh. This already taking so long has me like, oh man, how long is the rest gonna take? I at least feel pretty motivated because I'm streaming. So that's good. Oh, it is unfortunate. I hope you don't hear all the walking around upstairs. Reminder to stay hydrated and stop shrimping. Yes, that is right. I have been drinking water through the stream, and I sit generally straight. So if I made this world that we were thinking of with the horrible shadows, I'd have to think of what characters to go in it. Like I kind of have sort of an idea of what the new Jade and Unshaken world would be like. Although it does make things more difficult considering but it couldn't work with like all the monsters purely being shape-shifting ones. I guess I'd have to make a new story. Completely new. Don't think too big, small story. You're right, you're right. Ah, you're right. What do I do? Good luck with animation. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Have a good day. I need to remind myself of that always. I keep thinking too big. Yeah. Yeah. I say as I'm making an entire solar system. Oh my goodness. What's your stuff? I guess I could apply this shadow stuff to the bunny world, but the bunny world already has like a major antagonist that's not connected. Well, actually, the antagonist was immortal. She wasn't a normal bunny. having ideas. The only thing is, like, she got defeated by an ice themed powerful character. And I feel like with the theme of shadows, because her powers were lava, and that would emit light. So maybe I should stop thinking that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not working. I have plenty of other OC worlds, so I guess if the shadow thing doesn't work for bunnies, perhaps a different one. Or I could force the shadows to work with the bunny story. Can always try and scrap it later. This is true. So, if the oldest shadow possessed that old antagonist lady, then maybe. Maybe. The thing is, in their world, their powers are called charms. I feel like some of these elements not really meshing well together, so maybe I'll have to think of something else for bunny tales. Bunnytail's powers are called charms, which I associate with like a charm bracelet. Then what should I do for the rest of that world? Or it could be associated with like your personal charm. Okay, 2 frames left of this. Maybe I will finish this first shot within the stream. Are their powers tethered to a physical charm or like a mental, just give it a name? Yeah, it was basically mental, but just give it a name. But the thing is that they did each have a symbol. Like they each had sort of like a way that each power, like I drew a representation of how each power looked, and I could convert those into quote-unquote charms. So I could do that. It would honestly help. I think it would be good for it. Because with charms you can make one Kraken maybe corrupt. A cracked charm. This is interesting. I talked about last stream how the lore is that the evil charmer was like ruling Bunny World as their queen, and an ice charmer ended up defeating her. But the way that she defeated, I can't remember if you were in that stream. The way that she defeated her was that she encased both of them into ice, and they've been frozen like that ever since. So, yeah. But the idea was that the thing that would kick things off was that the big ice with the old queen would go missing, as well as the one who defeated her. Like, it would go missing. That's the idea of what would like set things off. But that's all I got. drama, yes. And then somebody suggested that, like, in order for the main character to become invested, because she's, like, not a powerful person, the main character. So, like, in order for her to become invested, then, like, somebody close to her should also go missing at the same time or something. And I'm like, oh no. Because she has a brother, and I'm like, oh man. Her brother's gonna go missing, and that's gonna be her motivation? Oh. Poor guy. Yeah, honestly, because he's really nice, actually. I can't remember what his charm is. Let me look. Her brother's charm is the sun. I don't know exactly what the charm is, but it's represented by the sun. It must be light. Which is kind of funny considering how much we were talking about shadows earlier. Damn, yeah. Like, if it's just the sun, then that's crazy. But I think it's more like light. The whole sun. Yeah. Did I write in the comic what his charm was? Yeah, my charm is sun and happiness. That's his... He's... Oh my gosh. He said, my charm is sun and happiness. Oh man. I wrote this when I was 11, by the way. What do you mean by this? What do you mean your charm is the sun? That's crazy. Innocent child, I'm so sorry you will be taken. Well, you see, he is not a child. The thought was that he'd probably be her older brother. Like, none of these characters are really gonna be children. Yoink that happiness, yeah. That charm seems a little overpowered. Please nerf too strong, yeah. This does kind of lend to, like, why he must have been taken, though. Because if his power is the sun, and there's a big ice block... Do you see where I'm going with this? But he's not a bad... He's a good boy. Oh, but you know what? You did mention a cracked charm. I made overpowered characters as a kid too. Outside of gods and joke characters, Armored Fox is technically my strongest OC. Yeah. So the thing is, like, I didn't have any like powerful feats for this guy. He just I guess his charm was the sun. I never drew him doing anything like super cool. I never was like, yeah, he can fight the biggest thing and he can do this and that. No, he was just like, my charm is the sun. That's it. So sorry about that, cat. Maybe it corrupted him. Yeah, maybe it corrupted him. Something. You know, because his charm got damaged, yeah. It would have to be something really significant to damage a charm, though. Because otherwise, everybody would be going around with broken charms. He just casually wields the sun for fun. Yeah, exactly. Like, his charm is the sun and happiness. So, obviously, he wasn't here to fight. Unless fighting made him happy, but there was no indication. Also, the thing, like, I have an OC already named this name of his, and I'm like, oh, well, I have to rename him then. But the main character, who is his sister, her name is Eliza May. So maybe I go something, you know? The same kind of goes for Armored Fox. I underestimated how fast the speed of sound was and how busted it was to add Super Saiyan transformation on top of that. Oh my goodness. That's funny. The sun is a deadly laser, yeah. It could be because, that original villain, her charm was lava. It could be that she has some kind of influence over other charms that have, like, a heat element to them. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah. I'll have to think about it, though. Because if she had some kind of influence just by being near her, even though she's like not active, and if nobody knew this, like nobody, it would have to be that nobody knew this in order for him to get close. Otherwise there would be warnings everywhere of like, do you have a heating element charm? If so, do not come near this place. Bro goes over to Ice Block. I'm here to make you happy and forget you were a villain. Oh my gosh. That's funny. I don't think I would keep the fact that his charm also had happiness involved. Because, like, how would that be involved? Villain, haha, get wrecked, yeah. Vitamin D. You know, this is true. This is true. Your mood does improve when you're in the sun, to my knowledge. When you get more vitamin D, it helps your brain. I guess it could be associated, but like without a real explanation of like, yeah, he has the power of sunlight, and whenever he's around with his warmth, you can always feel better. Maybe he's just a chill, go-lucky guy, and that's why they say it's happiness, and he took it literally. Oh, that's kind of funny. He is, like, that was part of his character, that he was very chipper. And just, like, friendly. Oh, yeah, because the reason I explained this, I guess, was he met the princess while she was working on her plants, which the princess's charm is plants and stuff. He met the princess while she was doing that, and she got really mad because he startled her, and she was like, you almost made me kill the plants! And then she's like, oh, sorry, why didn't you get mad that I yelled at you? And he was like, well, that's because my charm is the sun and happiness. So I guess, like, he was also happy. It does fit, yeah. Okay. I suppose I shall keep 11-year-old me's idea. His charm being happiness, and if the evil queen has some kind of influence of some sort over other heating charms, I'm like, oh man, he's gonna be smiling as he's like being manipulated. Oh no. 11-year-old you was cooking. Yeah, that's what, you know, 11-year-olds, they have good ideas. It would give that creepy element though. Yeah, it really would. Where he's still like, yeah. My ideas were just a bunch of wolves abandoned at the side of the road. I was not cooking. What? You. What? Were the wolves the characters? I ask this because all mine were bunnies. Yes, they were, yeah. Oh, my shoulder kind of hurts. Oh. Imagine warrior cats but wolves. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I figured that. Mine were more like chibi humanoid bunnies. And then I think when I was 11 years old, I had a girl with an electric fly swatter. Oh. That's interesting, though. Like, that's very interesting. I just ripped off Naruto when I was 11. Yeah, I mean, I did too. I mean, my original, what Jaden and Shaken originally was like inspired by Naruto, Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans. It was like basically all that. Mostly, I'd say it took the most inspiration from Teen Titans. The electric fly swatters are dope, though. Like, that is... just see that? I feel like that is actually a good idea, though. Like, to be honest. Yeah, that is such a good idea, yeah. Okay, look at that. Whoa. Okay, last frame. Oh my god. I'm almost free of this shot. I'm very close. Are you excited? Maybe I'll bring back that concept again one of these days. I think you should. And you know what else you should bring back? You should bring back your Red Riding Hood character. Because I have always loved, well, first of all, I love fairy tales, of course. But I loved what you thought of for her having the giant scissors. Like, that's so fun. I love it so much. Oh yeah, Rosa, previously ready. Oh my gosh, that's funny. One of my friends has a character named Reddy. I would absolutely love if you used her again or drew her again at all. I'd love to see it. Since we've talked so much about bunny tails, I'm like excited about it. I have thought about bringing back Rosa. I just had to think about what other fairy tale based characters that would be by her side. Well, I have plenty of thoughts about that. Well, it just depends on if you want to hear them. I guess, what fairy tales do you like? Red Riding Hood is my favorite fairy tale. And I feel like one that would like go along with her vibe is probably Goldilocks. Goldilocks. And I know that's a very Ruby thing to say, but I think they just go well together. I just do. The original fairy tales. I think they're very similar-ish. Not really, but like yes at the same time. I'd actually thought about Goldilocks. Yo. I'd love to see your rendition of Goldilocks. Honestly, I would be so excited. Just you don't understand. I love fairy tales. Now, what else, though? Being selfish, I think you should go with The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. But that's just me. I know that's not really fairy tale, that's more of, But, still. And along those lines, there's also Alice in Wonderland and The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid's not one of my favorites, but I think it's a fun one to take inspiration from. Same with Pinocchio. I'm probably gonna have to list down some fairy tales that, yeah, I'd love to hear them. And you know, you are free to chat with me about them. Wink. I have a bunch of OCs that are inspired by fairy tales, but I don't have a specifically fairy tale world or like group. Like obviously Theo is inspired by, you know, Red Riding Hood and Dorothy, and Little Bo Peep, a little bit, just a little bit, just for the like the crook and the farming really, but yeah, it would be fun to have an all fairy tale world of mine own. But you know, no matter what I do, if I do make a fairy tale world, everyone will be like, Ruby, it's Ruby. You're doing Ruby. And I'm like, yes, yes, I am. I'm sorry. And I say that because like usually it wouldn't be a problem for other people to specifically make a fairy tale theme world, but it would for me because of just how much Ruby fan art I have made over the years and just how obsessed I am with Ruby. But if I made my own specifically Red Riding Hood only inspired character, like not combined with anything, but like specifically, like the intention is to get across that this is supposed to be Red Riding Hood, that would be so fun. It would look just like Ruby, but it would be so fun. I'm also debating on whether the fairy tale story group should be its own thing, or if it would be the Phoenix Pathway, the story that Mimiska would be in. Jesse, you can't be saying this to me. Oh, my heart. The Phoenix Pathway. All fairy tales. Full of fairy tales. It sounds so good. Please. Oh man, I'm getting emotional. You have to do it. And then you can retroactively add fairy tales to the characters that are already in it. I don't know what Mimiska would be, but like, I can't think of a specifically flaming archery. I guess she could just be the story of the Phoenix. But then that would require her to die. Oh no. Maybe she's the Firebird from the ballet, but that would also be bad for her. I know I just have a million projects. Yeah, shakes hand. We both have too many projects. I think for some future projects, I'm going to need some help in certain areas. Oh, like what? I just have to do these eyes and then I have finished the line work. Yippee! Juicy, I'm going to be thinking about Mimisco Fairy Tale World for forever now. As an example, I know some projects would be like a concept album, which is an album that tells a story. And with one in particular, I'm probably going to have to ask Tenshi for help. Yeah. And that's pretty interesting. Okay. It is done. But now I have to do the colors. Whoa, yeah. As I said, I have like a million projects. Maybe I should at least set up a Google Doc, getting some of the ideas down in more than small details. Yo, that's right, that's right. I should do that. Okay. Now we... Oh, I need the character reference so I can get her colors. I should just put it in here. Okay. Well, finally did that. Okay. And... ooh, yeah. Time to, name these what they should be properly named now. There we go. Okay. Well, hey, this is 10 frames. A nice number. Okay. I will need to gray this out. And you can see I'm starting with the lightest color first for filling in the colors. And that is because, at least for how I color things, I have it set to, with area scaling, what else? Yeah, it detects, refers to other layers, so this is on its own layer without line art, but it detects the line art layer. Let's see. Anti-aliasing, I have that checked. So, well, the point about that was I have the lightest colors first on the list to color because when you go over things, if you have a dark color down first and then put down a light color, it will tend to like kind of bleed into the dark color. And I'm sure it does that with the, like if I color in the dark color, I'm sure it does that over the white too, or the lightest color. But it's far less noticeable. And don't mind me just adjusting some of the frames there, but yeah, so I'll show you how it looks to do a dark color right next to it. So you can see it's all fine. Particularly this is useful when it's like the lines are not binary lines, I would say, and that's why my habit is to do the light colors first. I'm almost suspecting that there won't be an issue if I try it with the binary lines. Let's try that. Okay, yeah. Binary lines makes it fine. But in general, I swear, I had a point. Oh, I am getting hungry, so after we finish coloring and shading this, I'll definitely have to go off to eat. Cook up my eggs. But I've had fun in this stream. I feel like we talked a lot about OC stuff, and it felt pretty productive to me. I feel like I have more of an idea of what Bunny Tails world, like what's going to set stuff off and what the point of the story is. Actually, that's another good point of like, what is the point of the story? What is the lesson? I like to have a point. Not all stories need one, but I like to have something that is trying to say like a theme. Yeah, probably a good idea to get some food after stream. Yeah, I had sweet potato fries at like 1:30 p.m. today. And so I'm hungry. Because it is now 9 p.m. What shall the theme of Bunny Tails be? The main character, her charm is music, so perhaps something about harmony. Harmony and togetherness. Perhaps that art brings people together. Perhaps art is the friends we made along the way. Yeah. Art from the soul. Honestly, with what I've been trying to get across lately, of like how it's still worth it to create even with our horrible, horrible world, maybe I should make that the theme. Yeah, that can work. The only downside is that if I did make it an animated series, I would need a lot of harp music because she plays a harp, so I'd need a lot of royalty-free harp music. And also she's a ballerina, as well as many of the other characters. So there'll just be a lot of music and dance in general, which that's a horrible idea for an animated thing, to do to myself, be like, yeah, main character's a ballerina. Her best friends are also ballerinas. And she plays the harp. Like, I'm like cursing myself to never make this project. But that's what they were originally. I gotta. Damn, lol, yeah. It's like a lot of stuff that I am not an expert in. Like, I am not an expert in music. And I love ballet. But it's not that easy to animate. I have animated a little bit of ballet before. I guess it was really fun. But, yeah. Oh, man. I love ballet, but, like, I don't know enough about it to be, like, I don't know. Like, having the main character be an expert in it. I guess that means I would have to study it. I guess I wouldn't mind doing that, but it would take up a bit of my time. I would love an excuse to animate ballet. You know, it's kind of funny because how I mentioned last stream or like the stream before that, how the lore of the world went like there was a horrible summer and then which was healed by a winter because of the ice magic. And then the new princess is spring themed. And how after I realized that, I was like, wow, that's really fun. I don't think I did that on purpose at all. I think I was just like, lava is evil. I like ice. I like plants too. Like, I don't think that I did it on purpose. But it's kind of funny as a coincidence. And also the main character, her name is Eliza May. Like May the month, like spring. So like, not only the princess, but also Eliza they're both, like, spring-themed, or, you know, in association. Okay. The flats are done. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It was just a fun coincidence. Actually, let me color in the eyes now. Okay. Let me try this another way. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. You know, that went plenty fast. Okay. Not so bad. Maybe straight edge? Seems a little too much. No. Nah. Man. I was hoping not to have to adjust this. Ooh, I see I forgot to do this. That's fine. Hey, that went pretty well. It's the only bad part right there. Again, I gotta remember to do that. Oh, almost done. Okay, there we go. That's that done. Now I need to do the shading. Yay! I was getting a little too excited because I was thinking like, oh, I'm almost done. I'm practically finished. But no, I'm not almost done. I'm not practically finished. I need to color all the shading, not just the eyes. Shading, yeah. Eyes completed, yeah. Okay, now copy this. This, and this, and this. Put it in the lights. Okay. If you got a bunch of notifications on Discord just now, that was me rolling stats for Wyatt. No, I wasn't looking. Here we go, it's coming together. Yay! I can just see it now. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Yeah. Seems I forgot this. Almost there. I'm so close. And I am ready to be done. Okay, now the light. Now the light. Okay, and now these little bits. I clearly don't always remember to put it there. Such small areas. Okay. I think I'm done. Oh. Yeah. Welcome to my... Well, there we go. There we go. I believe I'm done now. So, oh, hello, Glitter Halo. Thank you for coming. And thank you for the kind comment. You've caught the stream right as it's ending. It's ending just about in a second here after I say my last bits. So, I think I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I don't think I really need to do much adjusting. I mean, I could, but like, it would take more time, and I feel like it's good enough. And I like how it looks. I do like it. And I hope you all enjoyed not just the animation itself, but the stream. It was really fun talking about all the different OC and project stuff. Has definitely got my brain going. It definitely has me inspired to work on the Bunny Tales story and world. I already am like, I want to work on this, yay! But you know, obviously I have to work on this. I have to finish the things that I have set out to do, even though I do have a million work in progresses. But this one in particular, I want to finish. But yeah, Brango Burr, yeah. But yeah, it was so fun once again. I know I streamed over the weekend and I did this one. And just as I said last time, I'm not sure I'm going to keep on streaming this. I'll probably just record next time. And this time that's probably true. That's probably true this time. Who knows if I'll stick to that, but you know, maybe, hopefully. And then let's see here. Yeah, hopefully I'll finish the entire video within like 2 weeks. That would be the dream. I'll do my best. Of course I have actual work to do, so we'll see how I go. And then well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. And don't forget to like the stream, comment if you would so choose, and subscribe if you're not already. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Happy creating. Yeah. Wish you luck? Yeah, thanks. I wish you all luck too. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night. Let's see here.